Alright, so we're at H&H Farms here, and we're going to get our soil. So we're gonna get 2 of these potting mix and 3, or actually 6 steer manure over there. It's gonna be a lot, but this will really help out our fields. Alright, so we got it moved out here. 2 of the large bags of potting soil, and as you can see, I already started fertilizing. One of the bags broke. And we got 5 steer manure. Last year I did 6, but we had extra, so just doing this many. And we got chickens storing up a ton of poop to help us. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and fertilize this. I don't think I'm gonna do it today. I think I'm gonna let those grass die down for one more time. Tomorrow is the first day of our school, virtual school, so I'm gonna wake up real early before and work back here. And we're gonna do this main field and maybe do these fields as well. Clear out this, and gonna have to build a fence. But yeah, fertilizing time. We got all these out here. They're really heavy, and it's gonna help our plants grow really nicely. Well, it's early the next morning before school, and we gotta get this in the ground, but we can't have farm dog in here messing up everything. So we're gonna try and make a fence using this chicken wire I found back there. It's not completely long enough, so we'll have to do some other things. It's about 11 feet, so it should cover this area. And eventually we are going to have a nice fence separating the farm from the nice area. We got the makeshift temporary fence put up, and it's time to start tilling. I don't know if this will keep him out. He'll probably figure out a way in. Just got chicken wire here, dug some holes for the posts and some junk on the side there. But yeah, he'll probably figure out how to get in. For now, we'll just play with it and see how we can foolproof it. So it's time to start tilling. Busted through, so I'm making an extra reinforcement around this bush here because I couldn't really take it out because there's like a Merlot and a pomegranate tree right here, so we're using this. He kept busting in, but I finally got him out. Letting the chickens out to help me start the tilling. Gonna go have some lunch. I'll be right back out here. Got the fence built. He's trying to get in. I'm sure he'll figure out a way in. He's figured out, like, he's gotten in so many times, but yeah, I don't know. Climbing. It's a rock climbing dog. Oof. Too bad. Alright, so as you can see, we got it all pretty much tilled. Not exact, but it's fine. So next what we're going to do is fill this up with the steer manure and some potting mix. We'll add more of that later though. And we'll get some of the chicken poop in there and some quail if we can. Now we're going to till it the other way and just kind of, excuse me, we're just going to kind of stir it all together and swirl it up. So I left a little space on over here, you can't really see, and a little space back here for access, but it's gonna be pretty hard to harvest the stuff. Luckily we can go around it to get the outer ones. is in. I have no idea how we're gonna get around or harvest anything here because it's so big. It takes up all the space. You barely walk back there. You can't really get back there. We may have to just make a path through the middle, but it's all done. All the fertilizer's in, and just one quick thing before we move on to the next other fields. Since there's just so much junk back here, even though I cleaned out some, we're just gonna move this field a little bit. So instead of being all the way back, we're gonna have this the path go right here, and it'll start about right here, which is kind of gonna cut into the path a little bit. We'll just have like a little walkway around right here, and yeah, that's how it's gonna be. So that field's done. It's ready for plants, and once we till and fertilize all these, all we have to do is plant the plants and just get that cucumber trellis in, and next will be the harvest. I think we've done it, guys. You can just see the green of the onions underneath there. Put some chopped up normal onions on top here, and that is it. That is your delicious street hot dogs. Alright, we did it. You got the other two fields tilled, and as usual, this one is pretty hard because got to work around whatever plants are left over from last year. I took out some of the kale and stuff like that. I don't know how these got chopped. I think some birds were after them because the chickens couldn't get up there. Anyways, so yeah, our fields are done. We're gonna try and cram 6 pepper plants into there, and there's a lot more space here, so we can put a ton of different herbs, cook whatever we want from them. We're probably not gonna have a pumpkin this year. We did last year. It was over there though. Just came up from a sprout, put some rabbit poop on it, and it went like crazy. But yeah, we're done. We are done with phase 1 or 2 or whatever. I forgot what we're on right now, and we're ready for phase 3, which is planting. And this episode is getting a little bit long, but I do want to plant our first plant just now. You usually don't want to plant too much stuff. You want to let the ground sit. This steer manure stuff is really strong. It can kill plants if you don't water it down enough. But you don't want to water these yet because it'll run off underground, and then you'll get weeds growing. We're going to let it sit for about 3 days. But today I did want to plant a plant that's already been growing for a while. I put our first basil plant in here. And you don't want to put them in a sunny area, so we're going to put it in the corner here in the shade. It still does get quite a bit of sun, or maybe right there, yeah. We'll see if we can grow it. So if you haven't already noticed, my tripod has been missing, so I've been taping my phone to the wall as a tripod instead, and just like putting it in trees and stuff. So I tried to have my mom film me putting this plant in the ground, and the footage was just so horrendously terrible that I had to scrap it. So here's the plant anyways. It's doing nice. We'll see more later. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.